right. Welcome back to a off-season episode of Take Foul. We're back after a few weeks, just a few weeks off of the pod. I mean, not a ton has happened, but the entire FIBA World Cup happened. Still no movement, sort of unsurprisingly, on the Harden and Lillard fronts. Otherwise, there's just been, typical off-season stuff, like Giannis saying that they better build a championship around him. Kevin Porter Jr. beating the hell out of his girlfriend. Just typical off-season content.
That was insane, by the way. That story. Did you read that?
Yeah.
Seems
bad.
Yeah, we can start there.
I'm sorry,
actually.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
Mike, do you think the Bulls should trade for him?
The
What's his value
Rockets
at right now?
are out of their mind trying to trade that man. That is crazy.
I tweeted about this, but I think it's so unethical. Like,
that's insane.
Shameless, yeah.
It's like and the fact
he's on
that
market, guys.
Dude, someone in the Houston Rockets organization leaked to Shams that they're shopping KPJ and that they're incentivizing it with fucking draft picks. Like, they're like, yo, we'll come through. We'll give you our nasty asset that is completely untouchable. And
Shams is kind of bad.
Ridiculous. So ridiculous. Considering Miles Bridges is back in the league. He will play this year.
Yeah.
Is it worse though?
And obviously Miles.
I mean, it's
Miles
a
Bridges
little
is
worse,
bad, but this one seemed way worse. Like, she was dead asleep, and he came into the room and just started beating the fuck out of her. That was that's a crazy fucking story. Like,
look, there's also photo evidence of what Miles Bridges did.
Yeah, I mean, both are terrible. Both should be out of the league forever. But I'm just saying, it's it's hard. Like, you shouldn't be comparing, I guess, to domestic violence cases. But it's
start, bench, cut, fucking
yeah.
Okay, no.
Cut that.
Moving on.
Sorry, Sam, before we move on to the next thing, I want to ask, I know me and you have talked about this, but I want to ask Ike if he saw the clip from the Pat Bev pod that was out.
Oh, the one about him taking what he wants? Yeah.
Another
well done to
insane
delete that,
decision.
Sam. You got some blackmail on your Twitter account if you ever need it on Patrick Beverly.
No, yeah.
Saved.
I have that on my phone. They are,
That was a...
The fact that the editor of that took that and the part where he's talking about his hypothetical wife saying no and doing the jump cuts into him. No, it's like Jesus. It's really just emphasize. I don't know.
The AI probably liked that. They're like, this is how we get clips or clicks.
Yeah, I guess
AI edited
right, yeah. They're the AI is the shocking truth about Patrick Beverly's hypothetical
Pat
marriage
Bev
life.
podcast exposes Pat Bev.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, in terms of that actually is not why he was in the news cycle. He was in the news cycle because he said that Anthony Edwards needs a big market. Quick 2 cents on that. I think it's just a really antiquated. Well, first of all, it's never been true. I think it's always been true that New York and LA will always play on Christmas. They're always gonna get a huge share of nationally televised games. But I don't think there needs to be stars can be global superstars and be on the top level of exposure without being in LA or New York. Just look at Giannis, look at Jokic, look at LeBron when he's on the Cavs. It really just comes down to winning is how I see it.
I agree with you, Sam. I think it's a kind of a dated ideal because like nowadays, like we can really watch whatever games we want to watch. Like I think people's names can get out there wherever they want. Like, and I don't think necessarily like big market teams haven't been the teams that have been like necessarily the better like the.
I mean,
best
the Knicks
teams
are
recently,
like the worst run franchise in the world, and like
like
they survive on being the Knicks.
Like if you had to think like the three biggest markets in the NBA, you'd have to think New York, LA, and like
LA.
Chicago. Like
Chicago,
and like
Miami,
if you really think about those, like those franchises, like LA is like not a bad terrible.
LA
spot
got lucky because they
but,
got LeBron.
Yeah.
Other than that, they were like in between LeBron and Kobe. It was like, what do you guys doing?
Yeah.
Like D'Angelo Russell, Nick Young, kind of a joke.
Yeah, the Clippers are sort of like a running joke as well.
Clippers, yeah. This is a classic, like, oh, you want to work at ESPN in like 2 years quote from Pat Bev, you fucking rodent.
Yeah. Anyway, screw that guy.
Wait, are you guys all the way out on Pat Bev?
all the way out.
Did you see his video where they like tried to clarify?
For which reason?
Obviously, well, I was already out before the other stuff. Like, so
we were already out. Okay.
Yeah,
we were out, and it pushed us further out.
Did you see his like second video, the follow up, where he like tried to clarify everything?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Where he's just like, Minnesota, it's all love. He just needs a bigger market. Like that's what I was saying.
Just doubled down.
Yeah. I just said the exact.
He's like, no, we love you guys. It's like, dude, I don't know. Yeah, he just said the same exact thing. I have no idea why
they got mad about it. He's like,
yeah, whatever. Don't want that guy anywhere near the Wolves again, even if it's mutual. Especially with his thoughts about women. Moving forward.
We believe in consent on this show.
Yes, we do. Start bench. Never mind. The load management rule.
Pat Bev.
No, okay. Pat Bev hasn't done anything that we know about.
That we know
of. The NBA Board of Governors.
It's all alleged by Pat Bev.
Oh man.
Yeah. Go on.
Okay, whatever. The NBA Board of Governors voted on a new star load management rule that essentially states that stars who are defined by all stars or all NBA players in the past 3 seasons need to they cannot rest. They need to play
multiple. It can't rest multiple.
Right. That was the rule. Yeah, they can't rest multiple stars, and they need to play with an emphasis on the in-season tournament games and the nationally televised games. I think there's an exception for stars over 35 that have logged a certain, high amount of minutes. Who could that be? Who could that be? LeBron. But like, it's. I think whatever. I've talked enough. What is your guys' reaction to this rule?
All right.
First of all,
I'm gonna hop back on my bullshit real quick. Conspiracy, fake injuries are gonna make an astounding return with this rule. Because what can you do? If someone has a hammy or a bad calf. You can't like force them to play. But
I think they were already kind of running that shit this year. Like. Yeah, whatever Paul George and Kawhi were doing, like,
and Steph.
Yeah,
I think okay, take it easy, but there is a clause where the NBA can investigate it at any given point, like do their own independent medical investigation on the thing. I'm not exactly sure how it works. I'm sure there's ways to get around that as a team.
But what if you're like Lonzo and like there's nothing medically wrong with you, but your knee just has an owie? Like, what are you gonna do? Like,
Lonzo, man,
it's like
there might have to be a Lonzo exception.
Yeah, it's like also like you don't feel good. Like it's just like so easy to get around it. I feel like
Did you just see like James Harden or like Kevin Durant being deterred by this rule? Like they'll just be like, "Yeah, team, pay the fucking fine." Like, is that
what's it gonna be? I mean, I see what you're saying with James Harden. What do you mean with Kevin Durant?
Well, I'm just saying like the established players in the league, like the guys that
KD doesn't sit if he's healthy.
Yeah, but he gets random injuries where he'll, that was just saying like guys who don't give a shit about like what
hurt or injured
people think about you, like just like shameless guys who are like, yeah, I don't care if they say I'm faking an injury, like just pay the fine. Like I don't really get,
I don't think he'll do anything. Like nothing's gonna change.
Kawhi, like he'll just be like, no.
I mean, it kind of feels like a Clippers rule. Like it feels like it's like
absolutely. I mean, I can't. Like it's uncountable how many games last year where like I switch on ESPN, I switch on TNT, and there's like a marquee matchup happening between two great teams, and then Giannis is sitting, or like Embiid is sitting, or the Warriors sit all four of their starters because there was only one travel day between their two games, and like I don't know. I think it's a good thing. Anything that pushes stars and teams
I like the idea
to play, I think is great. And I think there are some questions about how to put it into practice, but overall, I'm for it for sure.
Do you guys think that? And I know this is probably an unpopular opinion, but that they might just play too many fucking games. Like, what if they just shrunk the regular season?
I want to get to that. I want to get to that later.
Okay.
But yes, I agree with you.
Yeah, I just feel like it's if a franchise is like when they like are in this situation, they're always going to be like, we just want to keep the player happy. Like it's like that's just kind of what it comes down to. Like you're either going to support your player or you as a franchise are going to have to like tell him like, no, you have to play. And then he'll just be like, why?
Yeah.
Like you could just pay a fine. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I think
unless there's like other tangible punishments, it seems like it might still be tough.
Yeah. From how I understand it, and this is just from a agent I follow on Twitter, but this guy is super adamant that in 99% of the time, it's the franchises, it's the people in like the front offices that are telling players to rest. Yeah, like making players rest.
Yeah,
and
that's probably true.
The players want to play. I think there's obviously exceptions to that. Like, I think if Kawhi really wanted to play, he'd probably play.
James Harden, like
James Harden. James Harden is gonna put on a fat suit, and that's just a different problem. I feel like, but I don't know. We'll see. I think I like that they included a Ben Simmons comeback season. Allegedly.
What about mental health rest? Also, like I feel like that's going to be a big thing too. It's like because I was kind of reading about this, and this was kind of the complaint about the strain it can have on players. I didn't see the stuff about like how 99% of the players want to play, but it's a little, like that's kind of my thing about less games. Like if you want them to play, have less games. But we'll talk about it later. But like players' ability to rest physically and mentally, I do think is kind of coming up more in the dialogue nowadays.
I think
so.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be an argument.
You hear those stories about players like, getting on a plane after a game at like 2 a.m, and then like doing a red eye to another place and then only getting X to Y Z amount of sleep before like stepping on the court at 7 p.m. again. It's like, yeah, that doesn't seem right, you know.
No,
it doesn't seem like you're putting a great product on the floor. But we'll get to that in a little bit. I want to talk about the FIBA World Cup, where the Germans won the gold, Serbia with the silver, Canada with the bronze, and the Team USA falls to Canada, falls to Germany in the semis, then falls to Canada in the third place game to get fourth. What are, your sort of immediate takeaways from the World Cup?
My biggest takeaway is that Puerto Rico was 4-1 against the spread. That team showed more heart than I've ever seen out of a group of fellas playing ball. Demolished Karl Anthony Towns. He only had a meek 40 points against them when he played.
Held him to 40. Let's go.
Held him to 40. Held him to a triple-double 40-point game.
That's what you got to do to beat Dominican.
That's what you got to do to beat Dominican Republic. I don't know. Like, I feel like when and Sam, you probably have kind of a similar opinion on this. When I'm watching, like, international basketball, I'm not really necessarily rooting for the U.S. I'm rooting for Puerto Rico. Just like you're probably rooting for Japan, right? It's like my energy is not going towards, like, the United States because, I don't know, I feel like it'd be more fun. It's more fun for me to root for a group of guys.
Also, no Bulls on USA. So there's that.
Okay, you had Ant on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I was rooting for a big reason to root for the USA.
For sure.
Okay. Fine, but okay, that's fair. That is fair. That is fair. I didn't have any players that I necessarily liked or loved on the United States team. And honestly, I had players on other teams that I like a lot more than anyone on the U.S.
Not a big Bobby Portis guy?
Yeah. Fuck Bobby Portis, dude. Oh. Fuck Bobby. God.
Whoa.
Is it because he's
that ugly motherfucker?
Is that why you hate him?
Might be
Wait, is that Tony Snell?
No, Bobby Portis is also autistic. He's an autistic king. Neurodivergent king.
Couldn't see it.
Tony Snell not diagnosed. Definitely autistic.
He's not diagnosed.
What do you mean not diagnosed? He said he was.
I thought that was...
He said he had a kid and the kid was autistic. Then he got checked and he's like,
I'm mixing that up with Bobby then. Both of them probably. Whatever. Who cares? It's a spectrum. We're all somewhere on it probably. But anyways. The line, I mean, the roster is like whatever, but then it makes it. I do think it. I think it's better this way than just having a bunch of like the best players in the world going and playing in it. Like I don't think it's fun like watching the U.S. beat fuck teams up by like 60 points when Steph and LeBron play. I don't think that's like something we need or the world needs necessarily. But what are your guys' thoughts?
Sound like coward.
Ike?
Yeah. I mean, fuck them. Like, yeah. Like, what? Yeah, no. We send the best players who want to be there. Like, we got some losers on our team.
That's what we did, though.
No, I think more players probably would have gone if they were asked. I don't think we tried to pick, like, Kevin Durant and LeBron. Like...
I don't know.
They were not
going. They went this far
they were
back.
Not going.
I mean, they might have, like, assumed that. But I
just don't think they care about the FIBA World Cup.
They were not going to go.
I mean, they've had guys in the past that do they?
And they've done it already.
Guys care a lot about the Olympics. Like, definitely could have had a better team than this. I don't think this is the absolute best roster they could have put together.
Oh, I heard that Trae Young was not asked, and there's a little bit of like Adidas, Nike, USA basketball conspiracy behind that, because Trae Young is an Adidas athlete. But I also do think like Trae Young would have gotten absolutely hunted. Like Austin Reeves is 6'5", and he was still getting fucking hunted out there.
Trae Young,
but offensively, I feel like Trae Young would have probably been kind of helpful.
Well, he would have just thought he was God on that team, and he would have shot like 40 a game, and then I think
I still like Brunson and Halliburton over Trae Young, to be honest. But whatever. It's not like he would have not helped, I guess.
To say that Bobby Portis is one of the most talented players they could have had there, like, we don't have.
Who else wants to go?
I don't know.
Bobby Portis? What? Cameron Johnson?
Think about, like, I don't know. There's been a lot made over big men because Jaren Jackson Jr. was such shit throughout. And Walker Kessler, whenever he'd come on the floor, it's like he had trouble catching the ball a little bit. Like, looked, it would be a little bit more gummy offensively
on the team.
Yeah, I mean, and then, like, I don't know if Jarrett Allen was asked. I don't know if, and Brook Lopez is probably too old to go.
I feel like that's a great international play guy.
He would be a great international player, but I guess he went in 2019 or 2014 or something. Didn't do very well. Neither did Miles Turner.
That was so long ago, though.
Or 2019, I think, is the one I heard about. There used to be, when the U.S. lost in 2006. And, this was the whole, like, redeem team thing where Jerry Colangelo was like, hey, like, if you guys want to play in the Olympics, you got to play in the FIBA World Cup. And at some point, the timing of it switched. So I think maybe it was like a COVID thing, but it used to be every other year, and not 2 summers in a row. Like, next year's the Olympics, And then, so, like, I don't know. I do think offensively it was sort of a mess a lot of the times. And defensively they got hunted and they didn't really have a scheme. And I think that does have to do with continuity. But I don't think we're ever going to have that.
And is Steve Kerr that good of a coach? Is he being exposed for his abilities at the FIBA World Cup? But beyond, like, the players not wanting to go, I think, like, a lot of this blame has to be put on the players that did go. Like, they let down their nation. Like, that was an embarrassment of epic proportions. Losing to the Germans, losing to Dennis Schroeder.
He's the best player in the world.
Crazy. That's
definition.
Crazy. Yeah, Noah Lyles.
Best player on the world champion. Best player in the world.
Like, we're letting Dennis Schroeder just, like, fucking dog. Like, that's crazy. Like, I just don't get it. Like, everyone on that U.S. roster is better than everyone. Like,
this is something that I was thinking about, though. Is, actually, I don't think how many players in the NBA, like 500, give or take. I don't think
15.
The 500 best players in the world are in the NBA. I don't think so. I would
say probably the 400 at best are.
I agree with you. But I think
there probably there's a part to be like, if you win EuroLeague MVP, that's like a huge confidence boost, and like playing every game and like scoring every game helps instead of sitting at the end of the bench and averaging like 5 minutes a game.
Yeah, and so, that's like such few guys that would like really make that transition to be like 40, like the 460th best player versus playing over there. Like, again, I just don't think like.
I don't think it actually has to do with the players themselves. I think that there's always spots at the end of the bench for teams for developing young players that are objectively worse players than like the top crop of like, European basketball. Like, you're telling me that guy with Obst on Germany, the shooter. You tell me that guy is worse than Ty Washington? You tell me that guy's worse than Josh Christopher? Like, no way,
hold
dude. This guy is way better. He's 20. Like,
tell me that guy is worse than Draymond Green. Oh my god.
All right, but like, I would like that dude. I think I know who you're talking about.
He's the guy that
I
pump
don't think
faked
that,
Halliburton at the end of the game and sent him flying into the
yeah.
third row.
I don't think that would necessarily really translate. He's not going and doing that in the NBA though. He's not going to go and just start doing that in the NBA.
I agree with you, but I think that teams have enough of competent rotation players to fill out their roster, the good ones, the upper 2/3 of the league, and then the bottom 2/3 just want to lose and develop their young talent. So, their rotation players, there's probably a few of their rotation players that are worse than this guy, and I think that is a fallacy. In is the NBA the best league? Yeah, absolutely. Are the best players was Team USA the best team there? Yes, of course. On paper, but are there dudes that can excel at the FIBA game and have the advantage of continuity and have the advantage of having a scheme to contest with Team USA? Obviously, that happened.
That all might be true though, but when you look at the 12 to 15 guys you pick for an international team, the USA, those are just you can't even compare them.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. Yeah,
if you're talking about these guys who are near the end of the bench on NBA teams, they would still be playing against the top 12, 15 players in the NBA or American players in the NBA.
You're saying if they were to go into the NBA? Yeah.
So you're still comparing the worst players in the NBA with the top guys that are all in the top 20, 25.
My point isn't that my point is just my point that
it's more competitive than it's portrayed.
That I think the top 500 players in the world being in the NBA is not true. That's just what I think.
Okay, and I would agree with that, but again, I would say that's a minuscule margin of players who would translate over. I'm not I wouldn't I do not agree a lot of those guys out there would be making the NBA rosters. I do agree with maybe the teamwork aspect of it. These guys know how to play with each other a little bit better than the NBA, than the Team USA did, because again, it's just a group we just slapped together 3 weeks before the competition. I don't think that's drives the most competitive of mindsets within them either. It's it feels almost as kind of a vacation all-star trip, and they've it seems it's not the 90 the dream team. It's not that where they can just go in and dog everyone, because they're not those guys, but they still should have been able to beat everyone there.
So Noah Lyles said essentially that the NBA says world champions on their championship rings or banners or whatever, and it pisses him off and it hurts him. He said, "You know what hurts me the most?"
Who
eats me up, man.
Grinds his gears.
Yeah, it's to me, the outrage is justified just because of the way he said it, and it was just completely unprompted.
He's not, thought he was a genius saying it. It's
he's right, but he's still a fucking idiot. Yeah, he's right, but he's a fucking idiot.
You know the FIFA Club World Cup for soccer?
Yeah.
Where it's the winner of each continent's Champions League plays, and it's not a big deal at all because everyone knows the best team wins the Champions League. We can send the fucking whoever you want in the NBA to go play against fucking Barcelona, and then whoever comes from Asia, South America, then you can call yourself a world champion.
Do you think Real Madrid basketball would be able to beat
No.
They get swept by the
Detroit
Rockets.
Pistons.
They get swept by the Rockets.
Hey,
they get swept
the way Dylan Brooks was playing, I believe that. Yeah.
My God.
Dylan
You
Brooks
fuck
looks-
Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that, I think.
It's like if we want to make sure they're world champions and send them to like a 5-6 team tournament, like
So
waste everyone's time.
they're
And
actually
the NFL does the same shit. The NFL also calls themselves the world champions.
Yeah,
Well-
World Series in baseball.
Yeah, like it's the same fuck.
Yeah,
and the
it's
baseball
just-
has a bigger argument for not to be the word. Like
it's just American exceptionalism, you know. It's like that's just
It justified
sometimes
in
it's
this
okay,
point,
and
to be
sometimes
fair.
it's fine. Yeah, and sometimes
in a
it's fine.
competitive
Noah Lyles,
setting, it might be fine.
Noah Lyles is mad that no one gives a fuck about his sport except for once every 4 years for like 30 seconds, and that's okay. Like he's upset. He worked hard. No one's saying he didn't work hard, but he's a little bit cranky that everyone cares way more about all these other sports because they're better to watch.
Is he a
yeah,
gold
they're just
medal
way
guy?
better. Yeah, I guess he
won
He
his
better be.
world
He
championship.
fucking better be.
Yeah.
So
if he loses,
Yeah, I swear to
loses
God,
at
if
the
he gets his
Olympics
silver
next
at
year.
the next Olympics,
Oh my
the NBA.
God.
So there actually used to be this thing called the McDonald's Championship, and
Sounds huge.
that was started in
Promising.
'87, and they did it. It looks like 9 times, where the NBA champion would play the best team in. It seems like EuroLeague.
Yeah.
And they, the only one that's close was 91 Lakers. Beat Montigala Joventut from Spain, 116 to 114, and the rest are pretty much blowouts.
Call it the Noah.
Bring it back,
Lyles.
man. Bring it back.
But the thing is, the same issue would come up with like, how are you going to get like NBA stars to be like, all right, yeah, let's go do this. Like, let's care about doing this. Like, they're not gonna
Right.
like
Let's make it a
they're going to
preseason
say no.
game,
Yeah, they're
All
going to
right.
say no. It's like not gonna.
So, let's get into this discussion, because going back to your point about how, maybe we shouldn't have so many games. I think that's a thought shared among a lot of people in the NBA community outside of the league and the teams, I think, just because it just hurts the bottom line too much. Why not have, some sort of revenue sharing agreement with FIBA, okay? And my pitch is less games and international breaks, like in soccer. And
I think
you get continuity with the international teams. You get rest time. I don't know. I think it could be, and then like you do the qualifying matches during that. Like, there's not a bunch of shit all happening at the same time during the summer. I don't know, and like you don't hurt the bottom line for the league, right? Like, I don't know.
You
I
probably
think,
have to make a lot of it in the U.S. though, right?
yeah, because people aren't
Because
watching.
like even
That's
the
issue.
best
People aren't gonna watch.
non-NBA based or non-American players would probably want to stay, but like maybe they would. I don't know. It would just be like kind of a shock. I think players would probably.
it's never
And
gonna
beyond like the travel, like
What?
this World Cup was in Japan, right?
Japan, Philippines.
This
All
FIBA
over.
World Cup was in Japan.
It was
It's
in
multiple
multiple countries.
countries.
In like Southeast Asia,
Pacific.
and yeah.
Yeah, so I was trying to say, at least, is that I think viewership becomes the kind of a bigger issue with that. Like that gold medal game had, like, the most viewers obviously were in Germany at 4 million, but it was pretty minuscule outside of that, from what it seems. I think maybe if you do get bigger stars around, I think that might help it a little bit, but I think it doesn't have the draw of like the soccer World Cup, to the sense where people are going to wake up at any hour of the day to go and watch this, for at least around the US.
I think one of the my takeaways from this World Cup was that there was a ton of coverage from the NBA side on their social media channels, and a lot of, I don't know, more people were talking about it than I expected. Like, when it happened in 2019, I can't remember what I was doing. Yeah, I guess I was. Yeah. I guess I was. Yeah.
What were you doing
I just moved out
FIBA?
to New York, and I just started my first job, and I was like busy as hell with that. So like, I didn't even know it was happening in 2019. Obviously, I'm more delved into stuff now, but like, I also don't really remember seeing anything on social media about it, and I think that there's been a lot more eyeballs, at least. Maybe not live for the games because it's been, tough early in the morning and stuff, but like clips and stuff, like, I don't know, it's been active in the discourse.
Think that's a big piece of what you're kind of like seeing, though, because I feel like you said, like, I do think you are more ingrained in basketball culture now than you were probably in 2019, right? So your social medias are going to have a lot more of that stuff on it.
I think the narratives are out there, though. Like, people are definitely way more aware. I couldn't even really tell you what sort of team they picked last World Cup. Like,
they got third, Spain won, and who got second?
I think they got seventh, dude.
Seventh?
I'm pretty sure they got seventh.
Seventh place.
Yeah, they had like Kemba Walker.
How do you determine
and, like, Donovan
seventh?
Mitchell? And,
Like,
there's seeding games, like,
yeah, like if you
end.
lose, like, yeah,
oh,
like they seed you 32 to first. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like if you lose out in the group stages to start, you have to go play like in the losers bracket. It's wild.
there should be more losers brackets.
Seventh place.
Let me see. Final standings. Yeah, seventh place. We qualified.
No one on that team should have been allowed to play basketball ever again after that. That's insane.
Yeah, it was
Donovan Mitchell,
Derek White, Joe Harris, Marcus Smart, Harrison Barnes, Jaylen Brown, Tatum, okay, Plumlee, Turner, Lopez, Middleton, Kemba Walker. I mean, obviously,
team still should have been.
Still should have won. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Tatum and Brown were not. They're like very young at that point. Yeah. Regardless, the thing is, I think we need Noah Lyles to just have like a permanent microphone in front of him, because
get people mad.
Look what's happened. LeBron.
No, I don't believe that LeBron's playing in that Olympic.
You don't think so?
No shot. He's gonna finish the season and be like,
LeBron, LeBron loves a legacy thing, like anything to add.
Dude,
to his
LeBron
legacy.
is playing.
He'll be like, he's gonna make it about LeBron putting together the Space Jam squad, and like,
this might be his second ring or third ring.
No, yeah, it's pretty funny. It's like, Steph Curry is like, yeah, I'll play in the Olympics like 3 years ago, and LeBron is like, I called up Steph.
Yeah. Did you see the fake? It was like a fake NBA Central tweet. I can't remember. It was some dickhead, some scrub was like, "Yeah, I called up LeBron. Like, we gotta fix this." Or no, someone said it was Kyle Kuzma, where he's like, "LeBron, we gotta take care of this, man. Can't let this happen again."
Oh my God! Did you see
Kyle Kuzma calls the Avengers?
Yeah. What?
Did you see Kyle Kuzma's tweet?
About what?
No. What?
I'm just gonna read it. It's pretty funny. Let me pull it up. Okay, it's USA Basketball better get some NBA stars that know how to play a role. Anybody can be nice with the ball in their hands, but can you be cool with defending and going to the corner for a few possessions?
Oh, didn't someone quote tweet that and was like, "I'm going," or like, "I will," like some star?
Devin Booker. Yeah, Devin Booker quote tweeted it and was like, "Yeah, I will." But no, it's pretty funny. It's like, who would have played with stars that
you guys need someone who sucks.
Yeah, who's cool with sitting in the corner on a star-heavy team?
Maybe LeBron and AD can have the ball like 90% of the time.
Yeah, maybe they could run a pick and roll, and then someone could just like,
honestly, someone who wouldn't mind like spending a lot of time on the bench wouldn't be bad either. Like,
it's like they're not taking you, bro.
Pat Ben.
They're not fucking taking you, Kyle Kuzma.
We need someone who screams from the bench and doesn't really do shit. Maybe they do.
A bit off topic, but did you also, when you talk about tweets, remind me, you guys see Evan Turner's tweet the other day?
Oh, he was going at. He had a couple that he was just going at Giannis. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Who the fuck is Evan Turner to be going at Giannis? No one's going to Milwaukee to shoot around with you and your brothers. Like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Oh my God, yeah, that was a tweet.
Yeah, I didn't know where that was coming from, but like, fair enough. Fuck you. You and your brother.
Well, that's the thing about the markets, Ike.
No, I'm talking about. I was talking more about like him just having his brother like he just got re-signed again. Like, come on.
He's allowed to do that. Giannis is allowed to get his brother jobs. I think that's fair.
I also respect that.
That is more than fair.
Yeah, I saw that like Thanasis was talking about how he could have gone to the Knicks in 2021 or some shit like that, and it's like, bro, we watched you in the World Cup. Actually,
where is there?
You were there. You were not even the fourth best player on your team. Like, oh my God, you were terrible. You were not an NBA player. Yeah, Jesus Christ. But anything to keep Giannis in Milwaukee, right?
Yeah, and that's exactly what they have to do. I agree with them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, goes back to my
sign point. His fucking mom for all I care. Like, what are we talking about? Like,
one more thing on FIBA.
Once you're done, I've got a few players I want to spotlight.
Okay. I just sort of found a lot of the rules and the refereeing to being a little inconsistent, and I know it's a different set of rules, but like, just the fact that like you can take the ball off the rim, whatever, that's fine, it doesn't happen that much, but like the fact that you can do that, but like there are multiple times where Banchero and Jaren Jackson Jr. like would miss a block, right? Their ball would go up, they'd go for the block, they'd miss it, they'd touch the backboard and would get called for goaltending.
Like basket interference goaltending.
Yeah, it was like, what the hell is that? And I thought that like, people just mauling each other off ball, just fucking throwing each other to the ground, and nothing gets called, and then like you get into someone a little bit while they're on the way to the basket, immediate foul. Like it's like, I think I liked like the lack of timeouts and the more free-flowing nature of the games, but I thought that like aesthetically it's also more compact. The 3-point line is closer. Aesthetically, I just like the NBA game a lot better, I thought.
I started digging into this when I started seeing your tweets about it. There's a serious claim out there about these referees being anti-USA, because those calls were not happening outside of USA games. Like, you watch I watched damn near every Puerto Rico game. Like, those games looked pretty like normal. Like, they weren't like that kind of silly shit was not happening outside of those USA games, and that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think there is some light corruption in FIBA. It's happened before. I can't remember where I learned about this, but there's some sort of like disagreement between the EuroLeague and FIBA, and like they couldn't get refs for something. But yeah, just the standard is pretty low, I thought.
Boards of international sport governing are notoriously uncorrupt.
Yeah,
so,
like their cousin FIFA.
FIFA, the Olympics committee.
Yeah, I guess it just happens sometimes. Yeah, can't wait for Riyadh 2027. Ike, you were gonna shout out some players.
Certainly.
Stop moving in that damn seat.
I know, squeaky. Fuck. 1 sec. Fully standing now.
Okay.
A lot of work for me. But Rondé Hollis Jefferson.
Lefty Kobe.
Yeah, I mean, does he deserve another shot? Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
League that man.
For Jordan. League that man. Does Japan legend Joshua Hawkinson deserve a shot?
Yes, dude. Yes.
Josh Hawk.
J-Hawk.
Josh Hawk. J-Hawk from Japan. Amari Spellman is fat. Lebanon international. Omari Spellman. You remember him?
Oh, yes.
I think he was on the Warriors, maybe the Blazers for a bit.
NBA legend Omari Spellman.
Yep. Fat now.
That's his.
Kendrick Perry from Montenegro. Just thought that was, good player, 13.5 per game. Kendrick Perry out of Montenegro. I wish Paolo had played for Italy. Just think
Traitor.
That would have been better for everyone.
No, but then he's not fascist.
It's not like he's gonna get
Nicola
selected.
Melli.
Yeah, Nicola Melli. Great World Cup.
Throwback. Thaddeus McFadden from Georgia. That was a good one.
That's his name.
Huh. Thaddeus McFadden, black man from Georgia, allegedly.
Okay.
Rudy Fernandez should be dead. What is that guy? I thought that guy retired 10 years ago.
Still
Felicio is fat now, too.
Bulls legend.
Felicio, fat.
He was fat on the Bulls. He was always fat.
Mike,
He's been fat.
Is this just a fat shaming list?
Partly. Certain guys. Zach Edey being on Team Canada. Yuck.
Did he get drafted?
I think
someone draft him?
Yeah, someone drafted him.
Yeah. Phil Scrub from Canada.
Phil Scrub.
Canada had a player named Phil Scrub. Like, how do you play basketball with that name? I thought France lacked a wing defender who had length and athleticism. I thought that was a big part of the reason they
almost
went down.
Wish they had Evan Fournier, right?
They did have Evan Fournier.
Had Evan Fournier?
Yeah.
Evan Fournier played?
I was thinking maybe more of like a Ryan Repair or something.
Usually,
I thought he could have been really useful on that team.
Usually, Evan Fournier turns into prime Michael Jordan in international competition.
Yeah.
But he needs more minutes in New York, dude. He needs more minutes.
Yeah, no. This is going to be the comeback.
Also,
no Puerto Rican guys on that list, Ike? Not a single one after their run to the second round?
Nah. I also developed my Team USA and Team Canada for next summer.
Okay. Oh wait, one before that, one last guy. Shout out to Duop Reith.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Who scored an NBA contract after playing super well for Australia in the World Cup. To the Trailblazers, this is the help that Damian Lillard needs. And I believe that Duop Reith will keep Dame in Portland. Thank you.
And can we take a minute to appreciate what Patty Mills has done for the game of basketball? That man has done it all, dude. From winning NBA championships to leading to that. In what world should he be getting 20 points plus in like a FIBA game now?
Yeah, moment of silence.
You want to shout out, Mike?
Moment of silence for Patty Mills.
Fair. Anyone else?
Yeah, anyone else we wanted to spotlight?
He's not dead. But when he is.
Presumptive.
Those 3 Puerto Rican dudes I just named are pretty good. Other than that, no.
Jordan Clarkson for the Philippines. That was impressive.
Oh, forgot about that.
Dude, they fucking love him. They absolutely love that guy. It's hilarious.
Tremont
hometown
Waters
hero,
for Puerto Rico.
Oh, Tremont Waters. Yeah.
He wasn't even like one of their top players.
Paco Cruz for Mexico, legend.
That Mexican team sucked. They were terrible.
Were they in the World Cup?
Yeah.
Oh, did not see that. Oh, whatever. Ike?
My team USA. All right. You're gonna have. I'm gonna have
starters, or are you going with just 1 through
12-man roster? 12-man roster. 12, oh yeah, I'm not naming my starters right now. I can though in a bit. Okay. So, Steph. Let me finish, Mike. All right. Steph, Dame, Ja, LeBron, Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum, Booker, Anthony Edwards, Anthony Davis, Bam, and I have Embiid there, but I want Embiid to play for France.
Me too.
How fun would that be with Embiid, Gobert, Wembanyama?
Yeah, put them all.
Oh my god!
Who fucking cares?
How sick is that?
It's not even they don't even like. They're just gonna take the ball off the rim anyway. Like fucking just put them out there.
So instead of Embiid, I'll go. Give me another. Oh, I was 1 man short. Also, I forgot to name. Give me. I don't want another big man. I don't. Fuck that.
Who are your front court players? I mean,
you don't have that
big men. You just have Bam.
I had AD.
Oh right.
Embiid, Bam. I feel like we only need 2 AD and Bam. Like, would you rather have Bam or Jaren Jackson Jr.?
Bam. Draymond?
Yeah.
No.
Fuck off. Like, what are we doing? Fuck
if
that
Steve
dude.
Kerr's
Shut
coaching
up.
again, he's going to be there.
Yeah,
no.
Seriously. Give him a roster spot, Steve.
Yeah.
All right, so my last 2.
I think he should be there.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Give me Jrue Holiday and Scoot Henderson.
What the fuck?
Wait, Ike, you're missing something super key to this team. You're missing a guy who can sit in the corner.
I'm missing a shitty player.
Oh, yeah. Where's Kyle Kuzma?
Yeah.
Fuck. I maybe
watch other people operate a little bit. Real role player.
You know how the Olympics teams, they always give one young guy a chance. I think it's Scoot next year.
That was like a thing back in I don't think they really do that anymore. That was like Christian Layton.
Anthony Davis had it. They had another more recent one.
Second dream team.
Yeah, they won.
All right, who are your starters?
Let me get.
This shouldn't be that hard. At 1, really easy.
I mean, point guard Steph.
Devin Booker at 2. What are we? This should not be that hard.
All right, Mike, you give yours first.
Fine, yeah.
All right.
It's so easy.
1, Booker at 2.
Better take under 10 seconds.
LeBron at 3. Bam 485.
Oh, the 2
Soft
big
ass
lineup.
shit. Yeah, seriously.
Absolute garbage spacing.
I have 2 bigs on my squad. Like, I don't need 2 bigs.
Start them both. Fine. Who would you put? Who's fine? LeBron 4. Who's 3?
If you're matching up with Victor
KD or
Wembanyama
Tatum
and Embiid and Gobert,
I always forget about Kevin Durant. All right,
KD and Tatum aren't seeing the fucking.
LeBron's 4, and then AD is 5.
I'd probably have
83.
Steph, KD, Tatum, Bron, and then like AD. Or
there's no chance KD's playing.
I think he said he.
Yeah, he'll probably play. I don't want to see why he wouldn't.
All right, Steph.
He loves ball.
Steph, Tatum, KD, Bron, 80.
No Booker.
Fuck Booger.
Booker already accepted being the Kyle Kuzma of the team, Mike.
Yeah,
I don't want
he's
him
gonna
starting.
sit in the corner.
Why would you need I just don't get why you would need Tatum in the like it's like why would you just want someone who can just shoot like it's just like why not?
Jason Tatum can shoot.
KD they can all shoot. And I think that having Tatum at the 2 or KD at the 2, whatever you want to call it, is like, I don't know, Team USA got absolutely throttled on the boards.
Yeah, guard that also, yeah.
And I think that
I don't think Devin Booker can box out.
Here's
play defense.
Whatever, dude. Here's what I'll say. I hope happens. I want them to get obliterated, man.
The Olympics team?
Yeah, I want them to get murdered in the Olympics. Huh?
We just
by who?
Doesn't matter. Germany.
By who?
Why?
Dennis Schroeder, bro.
Dennis Schroeder is gonna take on that squad.
Yes, please. Like
why?
Anyone actually not Canada.
Yeah.
Canada would piss me off actually, but
why do you want them to lose though?
Because all I want is for like just the greater NBA community to take international basketball seriously. I think in like I don't know.
Well, I feel like if we send that squad, that's taking it pretty seriously.
Yeah. But again, it's like they're gonna pull up like a week before. They're like, "Oh yeah, let's go to Paris." Like, I do genuinely think like if this shit was in fucking Kuwait, LeBron would not be there. Okay, like
it was in fucking North Korea.
No offense to Kuwait. You know, if that shit was in East Timor, bro, like if that shit was in Rwanda, like LeBron is not pulling up to Rwanda.
He doesn't want it enough, dude.
Okay. Like,
I don't think he'd be the only one.
Assembling the Avengers to go to Rwanda, okay? Like respectfully. I think they're going to Paris and they're gonna have a good time in Paris, and I hope they get their ass kicked for it. That's
where do you think
that's not gonna happen?
Finish?
I don't think it'll happen either. But I
do
hope they
everyone,
lose
if
a game. I think it's possible that they lose a game.
To who?
It could be
you guys
Australia. It could be.
But you have to like
Germany.
This team, the team that Ike just named,
Serbia.
Is,
bro, give me Jokic.
Serbians are crazy.
Give me Jokic with 4 shooters and cutters. I don't care.
Side note. Have you
great.
seen the clips of their like league matches?
Yeah, insane.
Yeah,
they look fucking dangerous.
I know. Let me fucking bring the flares into NBA Stadium, bro.
I was gonna say, do you think teams are gonna try and start doing that shit, like fake versions of that to go viral? No, but like they'll do like
too corny.
They'll do some fake like flares that are like super regulated and just try and like post a clip to Twitter and be like, this is it. No. They're gonna try and emulate that. They are.
Bro, we don't, like we're not in Serbia,
I could see the Warriors trying to pull some shit like that.
I just think that like there's gonna be like too many like fire regulations around it. You can't just like light shit on fire in the United States, okay? Like it's not
we have rules here.
We have rules, okay? You can't,
NFL teams
you go outside and ride your fucking horse carriage home in Serbia.
There's no way they can lose a game because the team that I just named would beat the team that got sent by.
Do either of you have any other people? I can name some names if you have any like substitutes, or can you think of any?
I mean, I'm shocked DeMar didn't get the call up, but
no, you're not. The high guys I was deciding between Trae Young, Harden, Brunson, Fox, Halliburton.
None of those guys should make. No one on this team, I think, will be on the.
Kawhi. You don't think Ant?
I think Edwards could.
I think everyone wants Ant there.
Yeah, I think
Ant's probably good enough, but I just think it's like I think they're trying to. I think there's be some weird point proven stuff going on.
No,
and it's
everyone likes Ant, so I think everyone will want him there.
I'm not saying they dislike Ant.
Kawhi.
Donovan
Mitchell.
I want Zion there. I don't think it'll.
I had him written down.
But I would love Zion there. Dude,
he would never come back, dude.
Oh my god, I wouldn't want Zion to stuff doo-wop wreath so far down that stupid fucking FIBA rim. But
dude, all right. Something I was thinking is about this like the U18 team, like how they were just dogging everyone by like 75 points. Like
sure,
it wasn't even close. Like I think they should just start going younger guys again, like U21 dudes and stuff like that, and I think they may have gotten a better outcome.
Oh, like this year?
Yes, I think if they would have gone like just like a U21 kind of side, I think they probably would have gotten a better outcome than they had. I think that because those guys have played
21-year-old players in
21
the
under
NBA.
players.
NBA already. Like, are you saying
I forgot.
Are you saying amateur players?
No.
I
guess it only
21 under team probably should still be expected to win, honestly, from the US.
Yeah. I was trying to think about like the team aspect of it, just because guys have been playing together longer in that kind of setting. But
I do think like if this team was like added, just one or two players to like shore up some defensive and rebounding deficiencies and got another, some more time to gel together and replaced Steve Kerr, they could probably contend for the gold in the Olympics. But I mean, they're not going to be better than a team with LeBron and KD and everyone, but I think that like, I like your point, Mike, that there should be some continuity and some
And when you got guys getting thrown into the torture chamber against Canada, like what are you gonna do, dude? Who Dort? Like,
so this is part of my question. If you had to rank, if you're ranking teams based on just player pools, like
Canada's got to be number 2, dude.
Yeah, like if everyone were to attend, Canada, but who? Canada. I guess
might be.
I don't want to say Germany.
Serbia.
Fine.
They have that one that 18-year-old who's about to be like super high drafted. Yeah.
Jovic has been in the NBA.
No, yeah, you must be talking about someone else.
Yeah, it might be another person. I would say Australia.
You thinking of Buzelis? Australia is good, but like they have a lot of random, like I don't know. They're
old. They're not very young. They're old.
They have like Ben Simmons is like.
They have Giddey.
Giddy's good.
Ben Simmons comeback season.
Dante Exum.
Patty Mills was their best player. Patty Mills was their best
was
player.
Born in Australia. If he ever.
There's been rumblings
do something difficult.
There's been rumblings that Dante Exum has developed a jump shot, and that's why he was signed
for the
again.
14th straight.
Put the world on notice.
Hey, he got the.
Dante Exum.
He has the stendo on him, is what I'm hearing from
Joe Ingles.
Who signed him again?
I think he's on the Magic.
Yeah.
But Serbia,
Mavericks.
Has Mavericks. Oh, he's on the. So Serbia has the Bogdanovic,
right?
Jovic, Boban, Vasilij Micic, Petrusev, Poku.
Oh, Micic is the guy that's going to be on the Thunder this year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be interesting. I'm excited for that.
I feel like they also.
The guy I was thinking of, I guess he's not as young as I thought he was. He's our age, but I always kind of think of the. Marikovic or whatever. Marinkovic.
Is he a EuroLeague guy?
Yeah, he's a EuroLeague guy. I thought he was younger than he.
Okay.
He looks.
Here's the case for Australia. We got doo-wop wreath, NBA player.
Yeah. Forgot about him.
We got Patty Mills, old. Josh Giddey, good. Dante Exum has a jump shot. Nick K. Okay, skipping Nick K. Joe Ingles, old. Jack White, NBA player. Dyson Daniels, up and coming. Okay, interesting. Matisse Thybulle, bad. Josh Green, who I like. and then so it's.
Right. We're also not acknowledging
Ben
France
Simmons.
here. France is probably
Fuck France. Fuck France.
3,
that was
right?
That was embarrassing.
That was embarrassing.
They didn't have Ryan Repair or Embiid though.
It wasn't.
I don't want to ever see Evan Fournier again on a court. That was crazy.
It wasn't super surprising that a team with Evan Fournier, Nick Batum, and Rudy Gobert as their best players, like.
Hold up, Sam.
Just
I can pull up text from you before this started. Where you were talking about
I was wrong. I thought that Evan Fournier was going to do his usual thing where he's going to turn to prime Michael Jordan.
So
he did for the first few games, honestly.
No, he sucked in the first game.
It might have been like warm-up games, but he definitely went off
in the exhibitions.
Yeah.
God, they were
terrible. But they also didn't have your guys. God, they didn't have Ryan Repair. Yeah, your little bitch boy.
All right.
This is such a weird hill you're dying on. It's so strange that you're just gonna die on this anti-Wembanyama hill.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna die on it. Trust me.
There's a chance I might just drop like $300 and go see Wembanyama by myself at Madison Square Garden. Just because I want to so bad. No one will buy tickets
that
with
much?
me, bro. Huh?
The tickets that much?
Yeah, and they're already like price hiking for the Spurs game. It's
you know what we should do, Sam, as a podcast is become super pro James Dolan.
Get invited.
The first ever pro Dolan podcast.
Okay, let's keep James Dolan's name off of
I'm pretty
these
sure
airwaves
bro,
because
he
will find us.
Caught
He
you.
will find us, and he will ban me from Knicks games.
Well, your face
will
in
happen.
In this
already
episode,
in
you already
database,
said that
so-
they were run so poorly. You already said they were a terribly run
it's over.
franchise.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, if you guys ever want to go into Madison Square Garden,
Go to Brooklyn.
or go to fucking Radio City, good luck because you will get kicked out by James Dolan's henchman.
He's actually really a cool guy.
I actually love James Dolan and everything he's done for the city of New York.
I saw a good tweet today. You know how the Suns are getting rid of their like Bally Sports partnership or something, or I can't remember who they're getting rid of their.
They're getting rid of cable partnership, so now it's like local.
Yeah, and so they're
Phoenix.
Yeah, so like you don't have to have cable or a subscription to Bally to watch the games. You can watch them on local TV.
Yeah, so they're just putting him on local TV, and Ishbia is sending out antennas to people that like sign up, I guess, which I think is cool. But someone quote tweeted that news with MSG Plus is going to be $9.99 per game.
The new NSA also.
Yeah, like.
Dolan's
just gonna get like a data.
You know who would have? Speaking of the Suns, though, you know who would have won the U.S. this tournament? DeAndre Ayton. He would have had he would have done
not
really
born
well.
in the U.S.
Bahamian.
Fuck Bahamas. Well,
Bahamas team to watch out for in the Olympics, man. Eric Gordon.
Who else is it?
Buddy Hield.
Aaron Gordon?
No, Eric Gordon.
Oh.
Eric Gordon posterized someone.
I saw that.
And what's his face? DeAndre Ayton. Interesting
Oh,
spot.
they have another guy who.
That's a good team.
No, hey, man, you know, it was one of the most shocking clips I've seen in a while of Eric Gordon posterizing someone.
Also, did you guys watch any of the? Did you guys watch any of the Dominican Republic games?
I watched a little bit. I watched the end of like the Philippines Dominican Republic one.
It is insane how bad everyone else but Cat was on that roster. Like everyone was so fucking terrible except for him.
You're not a big fuck. What was his name?
Kai Jordan. Or Kai Jones is also from the Bahamas. He's been on one.
Oh my god! Yeah. What the hell is going on with the Hornets?
Yeah, seriously.
Kai Jones,
especially that guy.
Yeah, he's like talking shit about his teammates, just like doing
like looking
seems
like
insane, like just clinically insane on his IG lives. Yeah, no,
good culture out there.
According to him, he's going to be in DPOY and MVP form next season. So I have put my mortgage on Kai Jones, and
did he just put everyone on notice
forever? Yeah. So thank you, Kai Jones.
That was sweet.
All right. Any last lingering thoughts about whatever?
No,
All right, I guess let's wrap it up.
Oh, okay, never mind.